Mic check, check.
Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Coto from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelky from TampaBay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Coto.
Hello, Tampa Bay. Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. This is your host, Frank Coto, president of the Lincoln Lending Group and 813 Mortgage. We used to be, don't drop the E, you drop the fee, something like that. But now it's just go to 813mortgage.com, and we're going to take care of you guys, no fees, and get you good deals. Ryan's out today, so no kudos for Tampa Bay Plumbers, but instead we've got, with my co-host.
Instead, wow, I feel honored.
Sorry, Doug. Sorry.
Jeez.
I didn't know if there was anything special going on today, but yeah, of course, Doug Ford, my co-host, the owner and president of Suncoast Roofing Solutions. You find them at 888-888-ROOF. Doug, what's up?
Not much. I'm feeling taller today, actually. I've had multiple people tell me I've been slouching a lot, so I think today is I'm going to work on my posture.
Yeah, okay, hilarious you said that. Complete side note, as usual, this is the Business Happy Hour, right? I saw some crazy thing online the other day where it has to do with posture, and apparently a lot of us have terrible posture, especially with the computer age. Where you look at your kids, how they look down all the time in their games and stuff, and I'm thinking, my God, your necks are going to grow like that. They have a device now where you put it on the back of your neck, and if you slouch your neck and have bad posture, I don't think it shocks you, but it gives you a vibration alert, and it reminds you to lift your posture back up.
Interesting.
I thought it was a really neat device. But you're right. You do look taller today, Doug. I think he's corrected his posture.
We'll see. I think it's been the chair the whole time, so it seems like a new chair. We'll see how it
Gary
goes.
came in and adjusted his chair today. I don't know what that means.
Thanks, Gary.
But you guys won't be hearing Ryan today. He's out sick today, so we're going to be filling in. And we had a guest coming on, but there's a terrible accident, so we're going to push our guest, Josh with Live to Fish, is most likely going to be on next week. We've had him on as a guest before. It's a new company that has incredible boating and fishing supplies. They even have some great assortment of sunglasses. I went there and bought some sunglasses from them, some Costas, whatever you want to call them.
Costas, yeah.
Costas.
Good fishing glasses.
Great.
You don't fish though, do you?
I don't fish, but but you find, not often, but I hunt and I do other, for instance, I was in the mountains recently and we went out in the snow, and it's amazing wearing the sunglasses in the snow makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I saw these glasses the other day that make golf balls turn a bright color.
So you can find them?
So you can find your golf ball. And I was like,
that's worth the weight in gold.
I mean, thankfully I hit the ball straight, so I don't have to worry about,
Well, you probably also hit $15 golf balls as well.
No. Pro V1. Actually, what am I playing now? I'm playing TaylorMade TPX5s.
So there's got to be $10 a piece, aren't they?
No, they're $4 or $5 a piece.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Nah, it still sucks. I mean,
yeah, losing. Well, what sucks is when you lose a golf. Every man's done this. When you lose a golf ball on a good shot, you hit it just off the fairway somewhere.
Well, I mean, I think for me, I used to get everything given to me. So all my gloves, clubs, golf balls, everything. So you don't really care. I think as you start paying for the thing, you're like, this is $5. You almost get subconsciously that you don't want to hit it out of bounds or in the water. And
right.
You may not play as good because you're being kind of timid at the
being
golf
conservative.
Ball. Exactly.
Right?
When you're not, you should never be that way with golf.
That's a great
golf.
point.
You have to just get up there and rip it.
Yeah, and golf is a great sport. I've got my son in golf right now, which is something I never did. You played when you were younger, didn't you?
I started when I was about 11.
Okay.
10, 11, something like that. But I was fortunate enough to have natural talent, so.
And that's where we stop the show.
Well, no, I was really, like I said, the golf is a very difficult sport, and I guess as a kid, I just thought everyone could play golf.
Yeah,
so,
right.
And so I was shooting in the low 70s by the time I was 12, 13 years old. So I was pretty fortunate.
Crazy. Yeah, you had the mechanics, obviously.
I think it's a lot of hand-eye coordination, truthfully.
Yeah, absolutely. And developing it early. I didn't start playing golf until I was 23, so not so good. But Happy New Year, everybody. We've only, I think, had one show since the New Year. And, we talked, Doug and I talked about resolutions.
Yeah.
Before the new year. So how you guys doing on your resolutions? That's the question. Has anybody actually stuck to them? Doug, how you doing on yours? Did you make one?
I'm actually in the process of creating them still. Like I usually by about February 1st is when I have my full resolutions going.
Okay, you're very similar to me. It's like kind of we get to the new year and we have some ideas, but we don't really implement until after the new year.
Correct.
And,
but like usually, like January is when I reflect on my last year and look at my past goals,
right?
And then I figure out what I'm going to do this upcoming year.
Very, very similar to my plan. So the elliptical my wife got me. Remember we got
one. Yeah. So how's that going?
Still in the box. Still in the box. And hilarious. I asked her this morning. I kind of put it on her. I said, when's that elliptical getting put together? She said Wednesday at 2:00. I was like, oh, so she did hire a company to come out and put together because she knows
smart.
I'm never doing it.
She's smart.
Yeah. I wish Ryan was on the show because I had a birthday this last weekend. Turned 39.
Happy belated.
Thank you. And my wife got me. This is my favorite present yet. She got me one of those Toto. Like Japanese toilet seats, the ones that have.
Yep.
We talked about it before.
Yep.
Remember my talk about Vegas? I came back and I was like, man. So I wish Ryan was on the show because we could, we're talking toilets. That's Ryan's, there. But,
toilets can be like I've seen some of those toilets where they're like $2,000-$3,000, but they like.
Yeah. They do everything.
Yeah, they do everything.
Everything.
Why would someone spend that much money on a toilet? But
I mean, look, it's either that or a wife because they do everything. But, no,
you said it, not me.
Sorry, honey, not everything. But, no, I mean they're heated. Okay, something I didn't know they do is they have sensors when you walk up to them. If you're a guy and you're standing, they open both lids.
Nice.
If you're a lady, I don't know
how does it know if you're a lady or a female?
I don't know. Maybe if the other one's up or something. But when you go to sit, it like only lifts up the other one. I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. It still has to get installed, which is probably why Ryan isn't here. Hopefully he's installing my new Toto toilet.
Doubt that, but
so we'll find out how that goes. I'll give you guys a full report, maybe even a video. Who knows if you're lucky. So getting back to what we're not even on yet, we got to talk some business here, right? All kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know where I want to start. Let's start with the more business side of things, Doug. The Trump bump. They're talking about the economy. The economy's booming. Saw some stuff here recently about this whole tax reform, and I noticed. I think it was Walmart. They're bumping their minimum salary to their employees. I think it was like $1 or something like that. And they are specifically saying they're doing it because of the corporate tax cuts.
Yep,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously positives and negatives because then you hear these companies that are giving everyone bonuses.
Yeah, $2,000 each.
But then they're firing a bunch of people too. So that's no, and it might just be the liberal news I'm reading or whatever it is. So I don't know the truth of it, but things that I've read is like companies are giving bonuses, but then firing a bunch of people.
Well, and that could be true. That absolutely could be true. Depends on which TV station you watch, you'll get the answer you want. But the truth is, there's a lot of things that have been happening positive. We've seen that from a lot of major corporations. So it's yet to be seen. It does go into effect in February, I believe, for anybody who's a normal wage earner, and then for people like you and I, we're not going to see the effect really until we file taxes.
Correct.
For about a year from now. But it's yet to be seen. I'm excited either way to see where it goes. Now, how about some Trump negativity? Trump recently said he called some of the countries that our immigrants are coming from S-holes.
S-H-I-T holes?
Yes. I think we can
Am I allowed to spell that, by the way?
I don't know.
Well, maybe we should get that blocked out.
Spelling is good. Yep.
Okay.
So, semi-good. But it is a direct quote from our president. Mixed feelings. That's why I want to ask you, Doug, because we are similar but different on these things.
I mean, the issue is he's a president. Like, I just feel like his language. I've always said this. I don't feel like he speaks like he's educated.
Okay.
I feel like his education is bought and paid for by his father.
Well, maybe.
And it just comes out when he talks. It comes out when he tweets. It comes out because he just doesn't sound very high class of a person.
Okay, so counterpoint. And I'm not saying this negatively. I'm not saying the whole country isn't educated, but don't you think he also somewhat speaks more to the simple man?
Okay.
I mean, everyday guys. We go to Hooters once a week, and guys at the table next to us talk like, this country's an asshole.
Okay, but maybe if those people were in front of a camera talking to the world, they probably might refine how they speak.
That's a good way to put it. And
that's my issue is that I just don't feel like he's very refined at all.
He's definitely not refined, and
it's fine. I mean, I think there's a positive on it because he is speaking to the rest of the country, but he is being real.
He is, exactly.
And I think that's a lot of things that people don't get is he's real. He says things and he does it, whether we like it or not.
Right.
That's the way he's been.
He appeals to people because he talks like them, not to them.
And he's just being real with whatever he says and does. It's just his real feelings coming out.
Yeah. And you brought something up that you went, oh, go Gary, what do you got?
It's realistic common folk, and that's what he relates to as the common person, because he does work. He wasn't a political person his whole entire life.
Yeah, but he's a spoon-fed. He's a spoon-fed liberal. I mean, now he's a Republican. I mean, it's just he's spoon-fed. He's never been.
I
common
get it.
folk.
He's not going to have hands like mine, and he's not going to have hands like yours, and he's not going to get up and sling 6 nails on a shingle. But
that is true.
He did work. He does work. I mean, you have to. He does also golf a lot, but he does work.
To Gary's point, there's a lot of spoon-fed people who get the daddy's money, and they don't really ever do anything with it.
Do you think Paris Hilton's going to work ever in her entire life? Do you think any of Beyonce's kids or Jay-Z's kids or any of those entertainers' kids are ever going to work? Nicole Richie, she's going to work? No.
That's a good point.
Okay. Oprah. Now, Oprah, I posted this on our Facebook about Oprah. They want Oprah to run for president. Okay. What did Oprah do before she got into being a news reporter?
I don't know. What did she do?
She was a news reporter. She went from college to being a news reporter to work in entertainment. So, yes, she struggled and she made her company great. But do you want that type of person as a presidential candidate?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Oprah either way, but I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to that. I almost hope she runs because, I don't know. I'm thinking Trump might destroy her in 3 years, but either way.
I mean, I consider myself a conservative liberal. I mean, I'm conservative at some points. There's some points I agree with, and then there's some points that just
South Park Republican. Hey guys, we got to take a break. Yeah, that's the term. We got to take a break. When we get back, we're going to be talking about some Bitcoin stuff, some more of that. We're also going to talk about a new lending product where you don't need income or tax returns. So stay tuned to the Business Happy Hour with Doug and Frank. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8-star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
You have been listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Business Happy Hour. Doug and I were bantering about all this incredible financial stuff going on right now in the background. But so I want to take a diversion real quick from our Trump S-hole comments. Wait, actually, you know what, Doug? I can't divert from it. I tried. I got to throw out my opinion here. I mean, if you guys watch Fox News, you probably saw what Tucker said last night. But I mean, Doug, is it not right for some? I know I get the whole thing about the presidential and refining yourself and things like that. But you know, his point that he was making, regardless of how he made it, was you know, a lot of these immigrants that are coming over here, if you really take a step back and you look who's immigrating to this country,
there's a reason why they're coming here.
Right, they're coming from not terrible countries, but countries in terrible condition, turmoil, whether it's war or financial or infrastructure or whatever, and it's disproportionate. You know, why is America not encouraging, or why are people not wanting to come? Why are we not a magnet for countries like Sweden and Norway and Britain and England and things like that? Why are they not coming from those countries? Why is it only
because those countries they say are some of the happiest countries in the world? So why would they leave there?
But okay, I got it. Why would they leave there and come here?
Like, I think isn't Sweden like one of the top 10 happiest countries in the world?
They're supposed to be the happiest, from what I understand.
So
and
why would you leave
Norway is supposed to be the richest.
Why would you leave that? Why would you leave the happiest and richest place in the country to come to America?
I don't know. Land of the free, home of the brave. I don't know. Land of the Trump, maybe. I don't know, but
I mean, and if we're going to go into that, like, you know, my biggest issue, truthfully, is the whole immigration thing.
Right.
You know, we're all immigrants. I'm an immigrant.
Right.
My grandparents are immigrants. So, like, here we are, just trying to like block everyone from coming to this country, and aren't we the land of the free? And so I just don't. There's a fine line where we're at on immigration, and
but you're not a racist if you say that, hey, look, you know, I'd rather the better people coming or something. I hate the chain migration thing. I think that's terrible. Just because one person is vetted and becomes a member of the country, that they shouldn't be allowed to just tap everybody else to come. Everybody else, you know, there should have to be some sort of requirements, something to come here. I agree with you. You know, you can't. I'm not going to shut the doors. I mean, you're right. My family is immigrants too, just a few generations ago. Go ahead.
But you're talking about infrastructure. There's 4,288 roads in Haiti, only 7 kilometers of roads.
Okay.
There's only 768 that are paved. kilometers.
See, that's okay. And Gary, how many years have we been giving money to Haiti? How many billions of dollars?
I'll look it up on the CIA fact book. So, okay.
I'm curious about that because, okay, we brought this up at our lunch meeting is, we've been giving these countries billions of dollars for years to help them and to fix their infrastructure and all these, but it hasn't been fixed. So, I've always said, look, if I'm a person from Haiti and this is my home country, I'd rather see my home country be built up and turned into something better than see all of our smart people leave.
No, I mean, I disagree with all the money we give to everyone else.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why our, I don't want to say economy, but our, we're in so much debt.
Right.
And that's, it's because we're constantly giving money to other countries all the time.
Fix ourselves first.
After the 2013 earthquake,
Yeah.
After the 2010 earthquake, $13 billion has gone to Haiti as aid.
$13 billion, and
they
all
only
they
have
is 700 paved roads.
768 kilometers of paved roads.
Wow.
I mean, dude, that's like driving from Tallahassee to Miami.
Kilometers of paved roads.
That's literally driving from Tallahassee to Miami.
So it's the thing is, we seem like we're the big brother to all the other countries, which is cool. But why do they all hate us?
Right. I don't know. And I totally agree with this whole Iran BS. They're going against everything we did, and we gave them $100 billion, whatever, something ridiculous. It makes no sense. If you hate us, if you don't want to be our friend, then why are we giving you money? How about we keep this money in the United States and do something? We have tons of roads. We have tons of bridges that need fixing right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, dangerous.
The infrastructure of our country is what?
50 years
60,
old.
70 years, 60 years old.
We have a great infrastructure, but it's 60 years old and getting older.
Have you gone up to Dade City where I live? Do you know there's no sidewalks going to any of the public schools up there?
You're kidding me.
No.
So a kid can't even walk to school?
No, because there's no sidewalks. If you go down Fort King, going to Dade City, going to Pasco High School, there is no sidewalk.
That's absurd. It makes no sense. Yet we can send billions of dollars to other countries and the sad thing is, I think we all know what happens with that money. That money goes over there and it goes in the pockets of certain individuals. It doesn't actually go to help the people. But anyway, I had to rant on that a little bit. I promised to talk about some financial stuff, and I love having Doug, go back and forth with me on this. But there's a new mortgage product out there, guys.
Oh, jeez.
Exactly. Okay, new mortgage product. Listen carefully. It is exciting, and Doug's gonna give me a little back and forth on it. But let's say that you're business owner, not a business owner, whatever it is. You want to buy a house. You can't show the income on your tax returns, your W-2s, your pay stubs to qualify for it. But you have saved up money. You're a good boy. You've accumulated money. Let's hypothetically say you're trying to buy a $175,000 house. You're going to put down $25,000. You wanted a $150,000 mortgage. Primary residence, investment, doesn't matter. You can't qualify from a regular W-2 standpoint. But
so can it be investment or is it only primary?
It can be anything.
Okay.
This can be anything. Primary, second home investment. But you actually have $150,000 in your savings account or your retirement account, something that you don't need on a day-to-day basis. You're not touching the money. You can now get a loan based on just that money in the bank. You don't have to move it out of the bank. You don't have to lock the money down. All you have to do is show the assets have not been touched for 60 days, and there's enough in there to cover the mortgage that you're requesting. So if you show $150,000 in the bank, you can get a $150,000 loan. And guys, the rates are good. When I say good, sub 6% interest rates on this program. So Doug, you said.
Well, no, I mean, I don't look. If it's tied to something, it's almost like if you have really bad credit and you want to go get a credit card. A lot of times these companies will give you a secure credit card, but you have to put $100 down or $500 down, and then you're going to borrow against the money you put down.
Yeah, you're going to get $500.
It's the same sort of thing. But what the problem is, I feel like we're going back to 2007, and it's not just with that. It's just with a lot of the products that these mortgage companies are coming up with.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right. There are a lot of products coming out there, stated income and otherwise, that are a little bit scary. I gotta say.
I mean, didn't you post something about like no W-2s, stated income, like no verification of employment, how are we falling back into that trap again?
So
how is our government even allowing it? I mean, isn't a lot of the banking stuff have to be regulated?
Yes, it is regulated. Now, these aren't conventional loans. I think that's the key.
Okay.
They're not Fannie Mae loans. They're not conventional loans. So they're done by, it'd be like if you and I got together and started a bank and we made our own rules. We got to take a break, Gary.
What's a conventional loan? Define that. There's people out there that don't know what you're talking about.
As soon as we get back from the break, thanks. I'm going to define conventional loan. You guys are listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank and Doug on 970 and YouTube. Don't forget to join us there. We'll be back in a minute, and we'll answer what is a conventional loan for our listeners.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project, large or small, including cured-in-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about TampaBay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
You have been listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Thanks for listening to the show today. Back with Doug and Frank. Doug, owner of Suncoast Roofing Solutions. Don't forget, guys, it's rainy out there. Your roofs are leaking. There's only one guy.
Well, it's supposed to be a dry. We're supposed to have a dry winter.
Are we really? Well,
yeah, it's a La Nina.
Did you see La Nina?
Because La Nina is dry, and El Nino is when we get lots of rain.
Did you see the funny thing that's been going around Facebook that says it's T-shirts that say "I survived Florida's winter week"?
Yeah, that's funny. I actually like the one that was of a margarita that says, "In Florida, we salt margaritas. We don't salt roads."
And so you're from the north, so you have experience in this. But I took the family up to Gatlinburg and what?
It's really bad for your car.
Thank you, because I was about to say that. Yeah, I've never experienced the salt on the road and all that crap. I mean, I drove in my first snowstorm, which you're gonna laugh at me. It wasn't a snowstorm, probably. I'll show you the video. It was probably
like
more
2 inches.
Yeah, it was probably like just snow falling from the sky, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's a storm!" But I drove through it. Actually, brought the Tesla up there, which is funny. That cold weather, it was like 7 degrees one morning, 4 degrees another day.
Now, does your car have can you start in second gear, or is it all one gear?
There's no gears.
Because you think that'd be bad in the snow because it's electric and it's so torquey.
Remember it's 4-wheel independent driving too. So each wheel assigns its own power. So I didn't slip one time.
Nice.
I didn't feel slip. I didn't feel anything, which was great. But what sucks in the cold weather is your battery gets like half the power, just like a cell phone. If you leave it outside in 10-degree weather, the battery will be gone in 10 minutes.
It's funny. They always say, when you have a Duracell battery, you store it in the fridge.
It makes no sense.
They would say keep batteries in the fridge to make it last longer.
Yeah. Now maybe there's a line between fridge and freezer. Here goes Gary.
Okay. Well, I'm a hick, so
Can we say hick? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can say hick. So. It's better than saying PWT. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm building a Jeep and I couldn't afford a battery. The battery's like $120.
Okay.
So I emptied the battery out and I refilled it with Epsom salts, water, and alum powder to recharge the battery. Well, it's an old hillbilly trick, but it works. So the battery's on the trickler charger, and it got cold, and it stopped charging. I was so mad. So
yeah.
When it got
cold. Now you're talking when it got down to in the 30s.
Yeah, when it got 30s it was 28 degrees up in Dade City.
Yeah, see, I think there's a line, Doug. I think maybe fridges are in the 50s or 40s or something. But there has to be a line because at some point it stops. And when I was trying to charge my car and it was 7 to 10 degrees, it would not fully charge either. It fought the cold, and it wouldn't go above 220.
So Teslas are really bad up north.
to some degree. Well, I was on a 110, so I really wasn't pumping a lot of energy in the car.
My parents live in Hilton Island, South Carolina, and
it got cold up there.
They got 2-3 inches of snow.
Yeah,
they actually closed all the bridges, so you couldn't get on or off the island.
Probably because people aren't even used to it there.
Well, bridges freeze before the rest of the road, and when it's 15, 20 degrees.
Which, by the way, I had an argument with my wife on this long road trip. Those signs that say bridge ices before road.
It's true.
Yes.
I always, call me stupid, I always thought that meant there's going to be ice on the road before you get to the bridge. How stupid is that? My wife goes, no. That means that the bridge is going to freeze over before the road. I'm like, literary trick.
Correct.
He's trying to figure out how them deer know where to cross the road at, too, with them signs.
That's where I usually set up my gun, right there. I'm like, well, it's a deer crossing, clearly.
They know to cross here.
Exactly. That's the exact spot.
Well, look, I'm not from up north. I'm not used to it, but it was really cool, though.
What's the coldest you've ever had, Frank? I mean,
this was the coldest. When I woke up on the last day we were leaving, it registered 4 degrees. When we were hanging out, out in the snow and blah 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 and doing the tubing, it was 12 to 14 degrees. I got frostbite on my hands. I didn't even know what the hell it was. It started getting red and it crusted over the next day, and I'm like, well, I think my finger's dying.
Yeah, I've had it where
he's got leprosy.
It's so cold out that all your eyelids start freezing up. And everything starts getting
Yeah, I had crust like frozen on my eyelids. Yeah. Now my daughter, she's 6. I could not get her to keep her dang gloves on, and I was like, look, your hands are literally going to fall off. So the next day, her hands hurt.
You can actually lose your hand. You can lose your feet or your hands if you get too bad of frostbite.
Yeah, so I guess you get minor frostbite, and you can see it, and you look at I still have scars on my fingers from it. It's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome
for a Florida boy. I know, pretty cool. But freezing cold weather. But that was pretty neat either way, going to experience it.
Well, in the studio, he's like, it's 72 in here. It's cold.
Well, he's from up north, but now you're acclimated to the temperature.
And they always say that no, that's not true. Your blood can't thin out, and you can't get. I totally disagree.
Does it bother you the cold still?
Yeah, if I go up north, it's awful.
Yeah, so your body does get used to being down here.
I can't stand the cold.
Doug, are you an outdoors guy?
I am.
Yeah. What do you do? What's one of the things you do outdoors all the time?
I hike.
Golf.
I play golf. I play different sports. I mean, whatever you want. I mean,
that's interesting.
So,
because you would think that he would be acclimated to all the weather and stuff.
Yeah, but usually if I'm hiking, I'm in like California or like I'm in like Colorado during the summer. It's like
your buddy Jamie Maloney is going to hike the Appalachian Trail.
Now
Did you see that?
Oh.
So I do ski usually every winter I ski.
Right.
But I mean it's different because I'm there for a week. I have all the proper clothes.
Right.
So I'm bundled up and I stay warm. And usually we usually have a flask in there,
I did that.
We drink and ski, so it kind of warms you while you're skiing.
We're going to Sonny Bono it one day. We're going to get that notice.
Let me tell you, the clothes nowadays, I had the face mask on, I had the gloves, I had a big, nice jacket. I was not cold at all.
Correct.
As long as my, hands weren't out, I was pretty. But you got to take your hands out to use your stupid
and we
cell
use
phone.
The hand warmers. Put those in your pockets.
I use those. I got a whole case of those things. I just found one in my pocket the other day. But those things work, by the way.
So what's the difference between a conventional and FHA?
All right. We got 5 minutes. Let's get back to real talk here. So conventional loans, that's Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. That's what everybody thinks. Hey, I want to get a conventional loan. That's the one that you don't have to have mortgage insurance on necessarily. If you put down 20%, you don't have to have it. That's the one you got to have good credit, at least a 620. Prove your income, your assets, all that. That's a regular old loan, the one that everybody thinks is a mortgage loan. Then you've got FHA and VA. Those are your government loans. Little more lenient. By the way, veterans, guys, if you're not using your VA loan, you're crazy. It is the best loan product ever created. 100% financing.
How many times can you use that VA loan?
You can use it as many times as you want, actually.
Okay.
And a common misconception, actually, is people don't think you can have more than one VA loan at a time. You absolutely can. It has to do with what your eligibility is. So, hypothetically, you're a vet, right?
No.
Okay, I thought you were a vet. Well,
no.
I'm going to call you a vet. So you're a vet today. All right, you went out and you bought a $150,000 house. It was your first place, and then you outgrow it. But you don't want to sell it. You want to keep it as a rental property, and now you want to buy another one down the road, okay? Year down the road, whatever. You go to buy, let's say, a $200,000. You really have $417,000, now it's $424,000, might even go up again, of eligibility to buy a VA home. So as long as it makes sense, your family got bigger, you got a divorce, you needed a bigger house, like something, reason to have another relocation, whatever, you can get another VA loan. Even when you've gone past your eligibility, you can still get. I know a guy with 4 VA loans. Now, after he got, I think, his second one, he started having to put a down payment down because he didn't have the eligibility to have no down payment.
Right.
But he still gets the awesome interest rates. He still gets the VA benefits. He still wouldn't
So
have
what type of rates right now are VA loans? I mean, is it cheaper than FHA?
They're the best. VA,
Nice.
like recently it was as low as 3.5. Wow. I think it's up to like 3.75 maybe. Guys, that's free money.
It so cheap.
Stupid.
But that's the government stepping up to the pump finally and taking care of these guys that served.
That's exactly what it is. I believe anybody who served for our country deserves that. And you don't even have to put a down payment down if you have your eligibility. It's 100% loan with no mortgage insurance and the rates like that. And we don't charge you costs. So put it all together. I mean,
let's say me and Doug get a divorce and we're vets and everything.
legally.
Because he's liberal, so
they're from California.
Yeah, and
Doug's hiking.
And we get a divorce. Now I'm forced to sell the house because the government said, or the judge says I have to sell the house.
Yep.
And I make money on selling that house.
Right.
Do I have to pay the taxes from selling that house and I made money on it? And then can I take that money and go get another VA loan?
Okay, so great question. First and foremost, if you sell a house and you make money on the house, you're subject to regular taxes. So if it's a short term, it's short-term capital gains. If it's long-term, it basically goes to what your tax bracket is at that time, okay?
Okay.
Answer your question, can you take that money and go to another house? You can actually avoid paying the taxes. You can defer the taxes by taking the money from one house. And Doug's probably done these. He's done investments. It's called a 1031 exchange.
I've never done one. I've always wanted to, but you have to...
Because you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, you have to identify the property within 6 months, and it's, it's one of those things where...
Bingo. You have to... In other words, you have to plan ahead. And,
yes.
And even a successful business guys like us, we don't always plan ahead.
Well, sometimes you can't.
Sometimes you can't.
I mean, it's almost like your stars have to align perfectly. And what I think is better for is if you have like 3 or 4 houses and you identify an apartment that you want to buy.
Bingo.
Then you sell them all. You take that tax money, non-tax
the
money, and profit, and then you buy the apartment complex. And I think that is a
Grant Cardone style.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
what he did.
Exactly. That's the best way to use 1031 exchanges.
Yeah.
So what you do is you're not avoiding the taxes, you're deferring them.
Correct.
So you're taking that profit, you're moving it into another asset of like kind, okay, doesn't have to be, like Doug said, it could go from house to apartment, it could go to land, anything that's similar, okay, like real estate. Then you can move it over, use that down payment. You never pay taxes on it. Eventually, when you sell your assets, let's say when you're 60, 70, you're going to retire and you sell, you're going to pay taxes. But the idea is that you're probably in a lower tax bracket at that point. Unless, of course, Obama gets back in the office and he raises our taxes back up.
Does that help out?
Well,
the
taxes are going to go back
loan?
up in 9 years, 8
No,
years.
Now you have money invested into the apartment complex. Does that help out with that asset loan that you were talking about?
Okay, so let's go back to the asset loan. I'm going to have to just kind of touch on it because we've only got a minute left, and we'll pick it up in the next segment. But basically, you've got your conventional and government loans, and they require taxes, W-2s, pay stubs, assets in the bank, all that. This product that I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on, and Doug's going to beat me up about, is you can literally use only the money in your bank to qualify for the loan, okay? Guys, you still got to have the money in the bank. That's why it's not a dangerous loan. But we're still going to get Doug's opinion because there's a lot of products out there that are very similar to what happened before the boom. Big Short. If you haven't watched The Big Short,
I don't mind the one where you're using your money as collateral. I think that's a smart idea, and
Okay.
I think it's actually great for people that it's hard to get a loan because loans they scrutinize you like.
Right.
Beyond, it could take you 35, 45 days.
You've proven
Try to get an equipment loan these days.
You've proven financial success.
Correct.
By doing that. And actually, I want to ask you a question. I'm going to ask Doug a question when the break comes back about self-employed business owners and what his opinion is on some of these products. Because, my opinion is some of them do have a place, but I'd like to hear what Doug has to say on it. When we come back, we're going to talk about the asset-based loan and how that works, how you can get money at a good rate without showing your taxes or W-2s. One way you can do it, and that's with having the money in the bank. And mind you, you don't have to spend the money. That's the most exciting thing. You listen to the Business Happy Hour with Doug of Suncoast Roofing Solutions and Frank of 813mortgage.com. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. Thank you for choosing us for all of your plumbing, septic, and water treatment needs. What makes us different at TampaBay Plumbers is that we're a local full-service plumbing contractor that can handle any project large or small, including curtain-place pipelining, septic installations, and various water treatment products. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or 24/7 by phone at 813-PLUMBER. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. This is Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. At some point, we've all had to have a drain line snaked out. This typically involves running a steel cable through the drain line in an effort to clear a blockage. This often leaves a film of scale or buildup on the inside of the pipe with a hole in the middle. The only way to properly descale a drain line is to perform a hydrojet service. We use equipment that essentially pressure washes the inside of the pipe, leaving your drain lines free and clear. The two symptoms of a sewer backup are foul odors and slow-moving drains. If you are experiencing either of these, contact us at tampaplumber.net or 813-PLUMBER. My name is Ryan, and I'm the production manager for TampaBay Plumbers, your one-stop shop for all of your plumbing and septic needs. We pride ourselves on building the reputation as the best plumbing and septic company in the Tampa Bay area. But don't take it from me. Look us up on Google and you will see that we have a 4.8 star rating with over 100 reviews. We also have multiple awards and recognition from multiple online review sites such as Angie's List, Yelp, and Facebook. We do everything plumbing and septic, from residential to commercial, new construction to service. You can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER. I'm Ryan with TampaBay Plumbers. As a plumbing and septic company with over 100 years of combined experience, we know how frustrating a sewer backup can be. That is why we pride ourselves on being able to identify the cause of a problem before a backup ever happens. One of the tools we use to identify a problem in the sewer system is a video inspection camera. This camera runs through the drain line and is able to identify and locate any problems in the sewer system on a live feed. We then take that information from the live feed and are able to provide a recommendation on how to best fix the problem, oftentimes without the use of any excavation. If you are experiencing any problems with your sewer system, you can find us at tampaplumber.net or call us at 813-PLUMBER.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers, and welcome to our website. So what's different about Tampa Bay Plumbers? Everything is different about us. Our company does literally everything that involves plumbing, water, drainage, sewer, septic. We handle it from A to Z, which is completely different than just about every company in town. If you call a plumber, they don't do septic necessarily. Definitely if you call a septic contractor, they don't do plumbing. In addition to doing a very wide scope of services, we do them extremely well. And the reason why is our process and our people. We have spent many years perfecting our craft, and we've also spent many years finding the best people to operate our system. And we have by far the best plumbers in town. I will put my guys up against any companies, anywhere, anytime, any place. And that's just evidence in the type of quality work that we put out. Go online, look at our reviews on Google, look at our reviews on Angie's List. No one else is as highly rated as us unless they're putting bogus reviews up. But our company takes a lot of pride in what we do on a daily basis, and we hope that you give us a chance. Again, I'm Ryan with Tampa Bay Plumbers. Thanks a lot for visiting our site.
You have been listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank Coto, Ryan Pelky, and Doug Ford. Now, back to the show.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the show. It's our last segment, it's our final segment. And we left you guys off saying we're going to talk about this product real quick, which Doug's okay with. Doug said he's okay with the product. But anyway, so if you've got money, you ready? You want to buy a house, $175,000, you want a $150,000 loan, you just have to show you have $150,000 in the bank. And you can get a great rate. We don't need your taxes. We don't need your W-2s. We don't need your pay stubs. This is a real long-term loan, 30-year amortization. You can do it on a short-term fixed rate, a long-term fixed rate, but it's opening up the doors.
I mean, I think that product's been out for a while. Like, I think we talked about at lunch. Actually, we did talk about at lunch. My brokerage firm has the same plan.
Right. And
so, whatever money I have, but I don't think they'll do 100%. I think they'll do like 75 or 80% of what I have in my brokerage firm, and they'll give me, but that's really cheap. It's like 3.5%, something like that.
Okay, and that's the interest rate you pay.
And that's what I pay.
So in that product,
how many points?
But yeah, do they charge you up front? Any fees?
No,
or anything?
points or anything.
See, that's amazing. So what that is if you have $300,000 in with his brokerage firm or your brokerage firm, a lot of times they'll lend you money that's secured by your own money.
$240,000 you can borrow,
right? At 3%,
and it's secured against your money,
right? But now on that, and listen,
but I don't know. That's the one thing you said. I might still be able to pull up my money.
There might be a percentage you can touch.
Yes.
A lot of times on those asset programs through the brokerage firms, you can't touch the money. You have to leave it with them. The cool part is you can use that program that Doug has with his brokerage firm. And Doug could also get $300,000 from my mortgage program.
See, that's where we're running into problems.
Yeah, but okay, you're right, Doug. Scary, but you are a financially responsible person. You've proven it. So I truly believe. And
I get it, but
we're all financially responsible, and there's just that one moment that something can happen.
That's my point. I may be financially responsible now, but there's times when people cross that line and they think, oh, well, I won't get burned. And now they have $300,000 and now they're borrowing $600,000, because they think that, oh, well, I'll make more money on this, I'll make more money on that. And then all of a sudden the economy decides it's going to take a downturn and now you're stuck and you.
Well, that goes back to our discussion earlier with Bitcoin. Would you get back into Bitcoin right now?
No.
Okay, so Doug, let's segue to that real quick. By the way, if you guys are interested in these mortgage products, I have to say it. You can just go to 813mortgage.com, do the free app, or you're welcome to text me directly or reach out to me through the Business Happy Hour, 813-765-1239, and we'll explain it for your personal situation. But I want to go to Gary's question now, and Doug's. Doug says he's out of Bitcoin.
Yeah, so, I was fortunate enough, and I just call it dumb luck. I was fortunate enough that I was able to make a substantial amount of money on Bitcoin at an early,
What was the story behind it? What's the real story behind it?
So my best friend is a executive at Google. About 5, 6, 7 years ago, he was like, "You need to buy Bitcoin." I've listened to almost every one of his investments that he throws at me, and usually they make money. So I bought 5 Bitcoins for like $100 or $200. I don't remember what it was.
Throw up right now.
But I didn't I forgot about it. I was like, something I bought, forgot about it, didn't even think about it, and then. All of a sudden, like Bitcoin started going through the roof, and so I sold 4 for like $17,000, $18,000. and crazy. I still have one left, but I've been like diversifying it. But I'll never, because I've made such a huge margin on it.
$18,000 each.
So I don't like it'd be foolish of me to ever even try to get back into it. Now he's telling me the Bitcoin can go to 50,000.
Well, Doug, remember what that guy we had on the radio a couple weeks said?
Right. Look,
he said 1 year.
I
40
get
grand.
it, but if I get in a Bitcoin at $13,000, $14,000,
right,
and it goes to 50, I did not make anywhere near the money I made the first time. So I'd be a fool to even get back into that investment.
Morgan, how would you like to find $80,000 free?
Well. All you got to do is just walk behind Doug because it just falls out of his pockets all day.
I just want to rub these guys and seeing if their good luck pays off on me right now.
rub Gary and I's bellies.
It was absolute dumb luck.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? But like I said, he's giving me other investments where I'll buy 100 shares and it'll go from $15 to $85 in like a year or two, but then it crashes back down. So, you know, these guys are in tech. They have all these new gadgets and all these new companies that they're buying and coming out with. And so it's just, it's an interesting, you know, thing to get into, but I don't know enough about it to say anything.
Well, so, Jeff Sessions going after marijuana right now. What do you?
He is such an idiot.
What do you feel about the whole?
Okay, so
you know, if they haven't realized, but you know, when we had the whole alcohol prohibition,
yes,
you know, the government lost
billions,
billions of, it wasn't billions
probably
back then, it was millions back then. But why don't they get that marijuana? It was all the reports about marijuana was almost false. If you look at the history of marijuana,
totally false.
The government falsified almost everything negative about marijuana.
Right.
And now they're coming out with all these reports showing all the positives that can happen. But we're still trying to make it illegal. Yeah. We're so much money in debt right now. If we just legalize marijuana, and I mean, there has to be stricter rules, but you legalize marijuana like alcohol, I guarantee you in 10 years we're out of our deficit.
I'm going to go to a brewery tonight, okay? We're celebrating my birthday, so I'm going to go to a brewery tonight.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Thank you. And one of the things that I noticed there is these little microbreweries are popping up all over because they changed the laws and regulation of the breweries.
Yep. More money, more tax revenue.
Okay, exactly.
Yep.
So I can agree with Doug on, just legalize it, tax it, and let's be done with it. But what if you're that guy that grows it at home, though? So the government's thinking, we're going to lose money out because Farmer John's growing it at home.
But there's guys that are going to brew beer at home. Why do I care about those people?
It's true.
Mean, you know what I mean? You have the big corporations are going to be the ones that are going to make, they're going to be the ones that make money, but also pay taxes.
I just want to find me a black bag grouper one day and just...
If you don't know what that is, look it up. Yeah, so look, the whole thing about the legalization, I agree 100%. We could tax it, we could make money. Pay attention to those little penny stocks in marijuana, because the funny thing is, every time that guy in the Fed speaks, they go down.
I was gonna say
every time something else pops up about some new revelation,
there are talks, because he is being so negative, it could actually turn out the other way.
Right?
Yeah, it could. Here's my thing. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Okay? Marijuana is going to become legal in this country one day.
$10 million of my own money to fight marijuana instead of
Mr. Morgan, we told you could not come on the show, Mr. Morgan. But no, look, it's going to happen. It might not be in this administration. Who knows what happens in the next one? Might not be the next. But it's going to happen.
I think it's 7 to 10 years marijuana.
That's what I think. We're going to see.
But I said that's 5-6 years ago too. So,
but Doug, look how much farther we are.
No, it's true.
Look at if you look at a marijuana.
I do wonder the history of prohibition. Like once alcohol was made illegal, how long did it become? How long was it illegal till it became
10 years,
legal?
wasn't it? Something like that.
I don't think it was that long.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, I want to go ahead and mention something, guys. We're trying to get this guy James Altucher on the show. Altucher. He is an eccentric millionaire who called the tech boom of the internet in the late 90s. He called Bitcoin. He said that Facebook was going to be a $100 million company in 2007 on MSN and was laughed at. And now look at it, $400 billion company. He's going to tell us about the Bitcoin stuff. The last expert said 40,000 by the end of the year. Some people are saying 100,000. Don't know if you want in or out, but look at the new ones, guys. Look at Sparkle Coin. Look at some of these other ones. Try to get in these ICOs. It might be the way to go. Either way, if you're in early enough, you're going to make money, just like Mr. Doug. But anyway.
Dumb luck.
There you go. We got 10 seconds left. Thank you for listening to Business Happy Hour. We're going to see you guys next week, most likely with Josh from Live to Fish on. We're out. Have a great weekend.